Hi friends, welcome back to Isolation Libations. This is episode number 35. I'm Joey Joyce, I'm your bartender. We make cocktails every weeknight to support the music of Brian Chartrand on his Happy Half Hour Live on Facebook.com/Brian Chartrand Music. Now, today we're going to start things out a little bit different. You may or may not know, today is the 75th anniversary of VE Day, which is Victory in Europe Day. So May 8th, 1945, that's the day that Nazi Germany officially surrendered to the Allied troops, or Allied forces. And you will have to excuse me for just a moment as I get a tad preachy. I know in the UK, they do a lot more celebrations for VE Day. It's a very big deal over there. I feel that it's kind of woefully ignored over here. I looked on the calendar on the wall inside, no mention of it today. Now, I've seen social media flooded with National Cupcake Day, National Taco Day, National Nacho Day, National Pug Puppy Day. And that's great, that's fun, that's cool, nothing wrong with it. But should we really be forgetting about a day that signaled the end of 6 years of warfare in Europe? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think sometimes we're so quick to just forget about important dates of the past, and that's probably the history major in me coming out. But, you know, when we're going through such a hard time right now, and really it's been about 2 months that we've been sort of locked down, imagine 6 years of being locked down and real rationing, not just, oh, toilet paper ran out. No, we have no meat, we have no bread, we have no milk, we have no cheese. Our loved ones are going off and fighting in a war. Things are bad. Things could be worse. Also, we emerged from war, I think, stronger, better people. I think a lot of lessons were learned, a lot of good things came out afterwards, and that's definitely what we're going to do now as well. But if we forget about these important events of the past, it doesn't give us any perspective. And I think perspective is a really important thing right now, that we know that things are bad worldwide, but things have been worse and things have gotten better, and we will definitely get better too. So I actually just want to start out with a toast. I've got some lovely Pusser's rum, some British Navy rum, seem fitting. And I just want to toast all the people who were involved in World War II, whether soldiers, people at home, working in factories, building victory gardens, buying war bonds, performers who are doing music for troops overseas, everyone out there who really contributed to the war effort and to ending that horrible war. I also want to give a toast to Germany. Obviously, Nazis, not good guys, but Germany emerged from World War II. They could have gone one path, they went another path. They became a strong, supportive, inclusive, accepting, great country. So, toast to them too. Cheers, everybody. All right, I've stepped down from my pedestal, and let's make a fun cocktail. So this cocktail is called A Very Smashing Victory. So back to the puns a little bit. Sorry about that. I hope you don't mind too much. But I was thinking about doing a whiskey smash, so I already had the smash thing in my head. And then since it's being VE Day, got the VE in there, I thought I should be using ingredients from the Allied forces. And I got France in there because even though France was occupied, there was still the resistance in France, and a lot of people still fighting real hard to kick out the Nazis, so they get in there too. And we got a little US, some bitters, some Fee Brothers, and some Fever Tree, but elderflower, which is a very British ingredient, and of course the Hayman's Old Tom Gin. Boom, London's finest right there. So, let's go ahead and make this drink. I know it's got a lot of steps to it. This is probably going to be a long video, so hopefully it won't take 16 hours to load, which seems like all my other videos do, and that's very obnoxious, and I apologize for that, but it is what it is, I suppose. All right, so we're going to start. This one while it has lemon juice in it, it also, I'm gonna muddle just one lemon wedge and shake with this too. Reason being, you are gonna get some of the nice oils from the skin, and I want this drink to have a little bit of texture. So that's why even when we're straining it, we're not gonna fine strain it, just a single strain, because if there's a little bit of mint leaves in there, that's okay. It's gonna be on crushed ice. It's almost mint julep-like, you can think of it that way. So just take that lemon wedge, squeeze it, pop it in. Mint sprig, this is actually peppermint. This is what I have growing in my garden, so this is what I'm using. Now, a lot of recipes will tell you to just use the leaves, not to use the stem, but I kind of like the stem. It adds like a little bit of bitterness, like tannins almost to me, so it improves the mouthfeel, it gives it a little bit more interest. So whenever I'm using mint, I put the whole stem in with leaves and all. If you don't like that little bit of like gripping tannin feel, just use the leaves, but I like it. So again, gonna smack it and crunch it up a little bit, toss it in. We are gonna muddle it, so it'll get broken up more. And then let's go ahead and add the bitters too. So we're using the Fee Brothers gin barrel aged orange bitters. Really cool bitters. There's 2 dashes there. If you get 3, that's okay. And then this is our simple syrup. I'm using the Demerara, so the more rich simple syrup, but just a little bit because the green chartreuse has a fair amount of sugar and sweetness as well. And then the tonic has a little bit too, so you don't need too much sugar. I like it it kind of builds out the body of the cocktail, makes it a little bit fuller, a little bit more like more viscosity to the taste, or to the mouthfeel. So only a 1/4 ounce of this. That peppermint was very good. All right, I am gonna go ahead and add the lemon juice now too. So fresh squeezed lemon juice, a 1/2 ounce. I kind of went back and forth on this cocktail on possibly making it a much larger cocktail and doing it maybe even a big goblet, but I like it as a smash. To be honest, I was thinking about just putting it in this to serve it in the Sertoto copper tin, but I think it's going to be a cool color, so I kind of wanted this see-through glass so you can see the color. All right, so we have the mint, the lemon, simple syrup, lemon juice, bitters. We're going to muddle this up. You don't have to go crazy. You don't want to get too much of like the pith, the bitterness out of the lemon peel. So if anything, I'm kind of aiming for the mint a little bit more. And you don't have to pulverize it. You're just kind of crushing it to get all the oils out. All right, so next we'll do our Dolan dry vermouth. Again, there's a nice drying balance to some of the sweetness in there. Gives it some other good herbal notes that are different than the chartreuse. And we'll do 1/2 ounce here. I believe I've said before, anything I'm doing with gin, I feel like having a little bit of vermouth, they play so nicely together. It's such a good compliment. And then green chartreuse, the good stuff right here. 1/2 ounce. As I've said, and with all these cocktails, don't feel married to the recipe, you know? That's just my taste. You can switch it up, you can put more chartreuse in if you like that heavy chartreuse flavor. You can do a lot more gin, you can do less of these. Really up to you, you know? I think the only thing you're looking for is you want to have balance. I wouldn't do, say, like 1.5 ounces of lemon juice and, like a bar spoon of simple. That's gonna probably taste a little bit funky unless you just like drinking straight lemon juice. So whenever I'm building a cocktail, I'm always just looking for balance. You can kind of change the flavors, but keep the balance between the sweet, the sour, the bitter. But proportion-wise, you can sub in and out. If you do less simple syrup, maybe do a little bit more chartreuse because that has more sweetness too. Things like that. Play with it. Have fun. All right, I'm going to pour this. The Hayman's Old Tom, 1.5 ounces. If I had a bigger glass, I would do 2 ounces. If you haven't had Old Tom gin, it's a delicious style of gin. Check it out. It has a slight sweetness to it as well. So that's another reason we're not doing too much simple syrup, because there is some sweet in the Old Tom. All right, I'm happy with that. Now the shake. If you caught my Instagram post before this, I mentioned that we're just gonna shake it with 2 cubes. Reason being, I don't want to dilute this too much. We're gonna put it over cracked ice, So it's gonna melt probably a little bit faster. So this doesn't need to be too diluted. The only reason I'm really shaking it is just to incorporate all the ingredients really well. You could do it as a dry shake, but I don't think you quite get the agitation as having like a cube or two in there. So we're just gonna shake it real quick with those 2 cubes and then strain it over our cracked ice. And it's very warm out today. I don't need to be wearing a long sleeve shirt and pants. It's toasty. Spring is here, summer's coming. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and load up our glass, have it prepped and ready to go. So again, just take some ice, throw it in a bag, pound it. You're not looking for crushed ice necessarily, but cracked ice. So more like just chunks like that. And there are some kind of cracked pieces, but I'm pretty happy with that. And check it out. I got tongs. I don't have to use my fingers if I don't want to. Again, I'm the one drinking it, but you know, when I do get back behind a bar with guests, probably be good if I not digging my hands in the ice all the time. So again, quick shake, quick, vigorous. That's it. And I want that getting in there quickly. Get your tonic water using the Fever Tree elderflower tonic, which has a very cool, like Saint Germain flavor. I'm gonna go about 2 ounces. I am gonna measure this out. I'm just gonna put it right in the tin. Grab your strainer, single strain. Ooh, like a glove. Now, garnish. I always loved the little plastic swords that you'd get like in the Shillelagh temples and whatnot. So I got some metal ones, some steel ones. So just a little lemon peel, sprig of mint, got a little V for victory. That's what this is, not always peace, it's V for victory, victory in Europe. Just pop that right in there. And there is your a very smashing victory. Cheers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, all the veterans out there and all the home front veterans who sacrificed so much to get us victory in Europe. Bye, everybody.